all about coming up with a good idea. I've given you my list of 19 things. I'm going to give it out now to everybody. We'll pass those round, please. On that end, and pass those round on that end, and then you've all got my list of 19 things. And I'm going to say, I'm sorry I didn't bring the DIY product this evening, but I chickened out, but I can say it does tick every box on that list. And I've no doubt that when I've got the stock, provided I don't start taking stupid risks financially, it should be very successful. But one thing you do hear in the bars in China, repeatedly, and I heard this on my last visit from the expats there, I can't get the stock. I met one bloke with an enormous pigtail. He was selling marijuana pipes in America. He said, I can't get the stock. It sells like anything, can't get the stock. There was another bloke selling shoes. He'd been sued by some American manufacturer doing some type of plastic shoe. But he said, I can't get the stock. He said, they've all got the same problem, they can't get the stock. It can be obtained, of course, and China is the cheapest place. But, you know, nothing happens easily for the inventor who is trying to make something. I'll leave you with one thought. See this book? Who has seen this book? Dyson. Against the odds. No? Nobody's seen it? Seriously? Nobody's seen this book? This should be compulsory reading in school, every school. And for you, if you're interested in products and making things, this is compulsory reading. I'll tell you, you must buy this book. If there's any, now, you've seen the Lord Sugar book, which is blue. That's been out recently. I didn't bring that one with me because it's good, because it's not quite as good on products as this is. This is fantastic on products and all of the stupid things that go on in the business world. But I tell you, if there's one thing I learned from this book, if there's one thing, it's this. Make it yourself. Don't go to somebody else and try and license them to make it for you. He spent 15 years trying to do that on what was admittedly a very ambitious product, which none of us would attempt. But whether your product is small and simple, or whether it's a bit too ambitious, don't go to some other factory or something to try and get them to make it. You know, if you've got a vacuum cleaner, don't go to Google. Make it yourself. And that's what he found after 15 years. So let's all benefit from his experience, really. And so if you have a hairdryer or something, don't go to the companies that make and sell hairdryers. They'll hate you because they didn't invent it, you see. Make it yourself. So on that theme of make it yourself, I'll wind up now, and we'll all have to. But do you have any pressing questions before we go downstairs?
So just on the electronic side, what's some advice? Because it's not a mold, it's not. What's the process of building the electronic product?
Oh well, I couldn't give you any guidance because I've not done it. But
because you don't build a mold, you don't build what's the
prices? Well, I mean, I don't know, but I suppose a tiny little circuit board with a few little pieces on it, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, it might be 50 pence. 60
No,
pence.
what is the process?
Process?
Yeah.
The process is you go to somebody like this chap, Gary Teeling. Yeah, I can give you his details.
Okay.
You email me. My business card's there.
Yeah, I got it.
Email me. I'll send you his contact details. I don't have them handy. But he's in Zhongshan, and he's a Canadian with his own electronics factory, and he can quote me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Any other questions? Emerson's giving out business cards, aren't you? Do you want to give one to everybody? Yes. Yeah. So if you think of something, a piece of information about China you think I might know, email me, and if I've got contact details, I'll send them.
Yeah, it's basically.
Yeah. Sorry,
that's my email address.
There is no email address.
That is absolutely ludicrous. Well, what it was, me and Emerson did a cheapo job on these cards. We had these. See, I refused to give 67 quid to the local printer. I thought, I am now saving money. So we made these ourselves, but we've all done it in a bit of a hurry. So my email address. Yeah. Tell me. Yeah, the email address is Peter Mark Wolford. Well, I'm on the system anyway, so you'll know my email address. But it's Peter Mark Wolford, and Wolford is with WOOLFORD. Peter Mark Wolford, and it's at hotmail.com. Peter Mark with a K, Wolford, 2 O's in Wolford, Peter Mark Wolford at hotmail.co.uk. Sorry about that. Yeah, I suppose actually it's another point, isn't it? Economising, you know, it's easy to spend money, but if you've got that spare 20, 30 in the bank, don't touch it. You know, don't buy a new car, you know, just keep it for your invention. Keep your powder dry, as they say. Sorry, you can ask the question.
Yeah, can I ask about the non-disclosure agreement? How long did you manage to achieve that? So a friend of mine tells me that a common duration for a non-disclosure agreement is 2 years, but
mine is open-ended, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it's open-ended. Good question. It's open-ended, but I've not been challenged on it. I've recently done one with the university, and they were very picky, and as a result, I've actually improved the wording of it because they were very picky about this NDA. They didn't challenge the fact that it was open-ended. So apparently, open-ended is okay. Yeah, surprising, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, just a question. Already, you know, obviously built something, but let's say if you're just purely interested in exporting stuff,
yeah,
right? And you just want to, you know, is there any kind of a Chinese portal, but obviously in English or some kind of that you're interested in exporting these and putting it on eBay or
What you might like to do is what I did in 2007. I went to Guangdong province, which is where Zhongshan is. The airport is called Guangzhou, and that is the capital city of the Guangdong province, which has 1 million factories. It's the biggest manufacturing area in the world. And they have a thing called the Canton Trade Fair, C-A-N-T-O-N, Canton Trade Fair. There's a similar one in the north for, amongst other things, DIY products, which I haven't been to. But if you just look up China trade fairs, but I think the most popular is Canton. But from what I've heard of the one up north, that's very, very good as well. So probably do both of them. Get an internal flight. I don't know the dates. But what you can do is, if you go to the Canton Trade Fair, you see lots of stuff on sale, toy helicopters, mops and brooms, buckets, all sorts of stuff, millions of things. And you can then say to yourself, where is there a gap? Or if you have friends and relatives with a shop, you say, well, I know that they reckon they can sell that sort of thing. Bring some in. You know, you can make take a spare suitcase, just bring a few dozen home with you on the quiet, and test them in a shop. You see? And then if that's successful, then you scale it up. But lots of people are doing this, so there's no doubt there's money to be made just from trading, never mind inventing.
Give a bit of advice on the Canton Fair. If you're going to Canton Fair, allow yourself sufficient time. It's on for about 5 days. I was there a couple of weeks ago, and it's not like it's fair in Europe, do it in 1 or 2 days. It's huge, it's massive.
Something to build it.
I spent 5 days even then I didn't finish it.
No, it's like some NASA construction, isn't it? It's just enormous. It just goes on and on. Good fun. Any more questions, or shall we go downstairs? Okay. Well, I hope it's been helpful. I've also got the NDAs. If you want to help yourself, anybody need an NDA? I've got a spare one here. I think everybody's got one, haven't you? Business cards. We handed out the PW19. Okay, I think that's everything I can help you with this evening. But do email me if you need any more information. Thank you very much. Thanks, Enzo.